Buenos dias. Safe practices are in order. Remember to wear your mask, covering your nose and your mouth. Take it out by your handles. And you don't put your hand on the front of your mask. Okay, so I want to tell all of my first year and second year infants, girls, I am so proud of your drawing of pollinators. I saw a lot of you picking up your pages really, really well. Some people attempted to color. You kind of jumped the gun. So today I'm going to show you how to color. Now you would have known to color. So I did the drawing here, right? You can see the drawing. Notice how my drawing took up the entire space. So some girls, they just put it in one little space. We don't want that. You have to utilize your space. All right. So let's look at coloring our flower. Now, wherever your pencil mark is, you press hard, always press hard. Your pencil mark is your guideline, right? So what it is you want to do. So the pumpkin flower was yellow, right? And if you press hard on all your pencil lines, there we see in the bright impressionable yellow. If you wanted to, you could have also, you could have outlined it in orange. Orange is the color closest to yellow. All right, but for those of you who didn't have the orange, you could still use the normal yellow, right? And then you press lightly, left or right, no white spaces. Okay, left or right, no white spaces. Okay, notice how I'm coloring it with no white spaces. Now, we want to get into the stems of the plant. Again, we press hard like this, press hard, right? Once you press hard, it overcomes the pencil mark and you color in lightly, no white spaces. Okay, so there it is, it's coloring it with no white spaces. Then, what was so unique about this pumpkin flower is that the base of the flower was slightly yellow and green because it was forming the pumpkin. All right. So here it is. You put in your lines and notice I'm pressing hard, right? I'm pressing hard. There were green lines in the picture. If you look back at the picture, you will see there were green lines. And you put back in your yellow, right? Then you would see also too, coming down to where the swelling of the pumpkin is, it was kind of greenish, yellowish. So that's what you do. You put your yellow and you put your green. So you will get your greenish, yellowish. All right, here we have the other flower again. I press hard on my lines, right? I press hard on my lines and then I color in lightly. Okay? So the bee had stripes on its body, right? Which was brown and yellow, right? So it's mostly by the abdomen area. So I take my time and I put in my lines and then I put back in my yellow there, okay? I press hard on the yellow. If my yellow, so this yellow is almost the same color as the yellow of the flower. So what I can do is take a little orange and just touch it. So it will give me a darker shade of yellow and the wings were white, okay? Then we had the brown, then we put in the little anthers, outline the wing, okay? So whenever you're coloring, it's very important that the pencil is your guideline. So you outline in that color and then you color back inside in another color. For the butterfly wings, what you do on one side, you do on the other side. So let's say if this butterfly was a postman butterfly is simple. It's red. So it has a red bar here and a red bar here. Then we do the same thing on this side, a red bar here and a red bar here. It is red and it is a dark color, right? So if you look carefully, the butterfly wings, it has veins. So I will press hard on it, press hard, and then I color in lightly. color in lightly, no white spaces. Notice I'm going left to right. I press hard, no white spaces, and I go in left to right. Right? Like that, no white spaces. You could choose your color of the butterflies that you want, okay? You could choose what color, any colors that you want, but whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other side, okay? And you do that throughout. The the veins, oh, my birds are singing loudly. The veins of my leaf here, let's see if I can get it here for you to see, right? So we have the veins of the leaf. I press in dark again, press hard on it, press hard on it, press hard on it, right? Outline the leaf like that. And then I color inside lightly. Take my time and I color inside lightly, left to right with no white spaces. And this holds true for crayons, for colored pencils. Markers, however, they tend to be consistent because if you press hard, it will still give you that color, unless if your marker is failing, right? But you color with no white spaces. And next thing I want to look at, we don't want the pumpkin vine to be on the ground, right? The pumpkin vine. I mean, we don't want it just being in the air. Like some people, they handed up their pictures like this for me, right? And that, so therefore, what are you saying? Is a pumpkin flower up in the air? No. Okay, it's down like this. And we want to make it look like brown. Okay, so first I give it a line, the area where it is going down. So I could do like this, a line across, and I lightly, not heavily, because we want this picture to stand forward. So we lightly do this. Okay, we lightly do this. We color across, right? Then in between, left or right, no white spaces. Notice too, I'm also pressing down on this side, not the tip this time. I'm pressing down on this side so that I will cover a greater area. Okay, so I color like that. Now sometimes the ground might have a little bit of green grass in it. I could even, in the spaces, I could put a little bit of green on it. Okay, so just because of time, I'm going to show you what it looks like here. So here you can see I outlined and then I colored inside. Okay, I mixed a little brown and yellow to get so that this yellow will not be the same as the flower. Notice the flower here, the base of the flower is yellow with a tinge of green. The swelling here is also green, right? Notice each pencil line is outlined and then I color inside whitely. I gave my ground just coloring lightly, light, not dark. Okay, and I put a little bit of green in it and then a little bit of the sky. So therefore my picture is complete. My picture does not look, so here we want that the picture does not look as if the flower is in mid-air. The flower and the pumpkin vine, it's on the ground, and then we have a little sky where the butterflies are flying. Okay, so girls, excellent drawing so far. I'm very pleased, very thrilled with what I saw. Um, don't forget now, so now you're coloring, you could use colors. Your colors could be crayons or colored pencils. I know some of you may not have an array of colors, but if you press hard on something, it becomes darker. And then if you press light on it, it becomes lighter. Another thing you can do too, if you want it lighter, yellow is a magic color. If you use yellow with green, you will get light green. If you use yellow with blue, you'll get dark blue. So those will give you the different colors of it. You just take your time and mix clearly. I know you did color mixing with your teachers. I think you did that first too, right? So you could do that with your colored pencils. And don't forget to give me a background because I want to see the vine. I want to know where the vine is. Is the vine up in the air? Or is it on the ground? Or is it on the ground and I'm seeing the sky from where the butterflies and the bees are flying from? Okay. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all parents all mummies and daddies, grannies and grandmas, uncles and aunts. I want to thank you for assisting with the art. I saw where you also work together with me and your daughter to produce fantastic art pieces. If you have outstanding work, send it together on this last exercise, right? So Mrs. Joseph would have let you know what topics you were missing. Send it together on this last so that I will be able to grade it and you will have your marks for end of term. I'd like to also extend a blessing. God bless you and your family, safety, good health, good strength. Don't forget safe practices has now become part of our lives. But look at it this way, every day you learn something new. All right? And with God's grace, we're going to get through this. So, it's the end of it. Put back on your face mask, cover your nose and your mouth. Adios.